So, I'm gonna show you how to make a calculator shortcut thing or whatever you want to call it in Desmos. Do note this is only for right triangles, so you cannot do an isosceles or an obtuse or scaling or whatever you want to do. You cannot do it with this. It's just something I kind of messed around with and kind of figured could be useful. So, I actually have one prepared that I'm going to do this based off of. That way this tutorial can be a bit quicker. So, yeah. I am going to be copying everything, even the numbers from the original. So, yeah. So you want to create your variables first for this. X1 equals 5. Y1 equals 3. X2 equals 15. And Y2 equals 10. Then you want to set the points, so A1. And I did A for all these because you can number them in Desmos, so yeah. So A1 is equal to the first set of coordinates, so X1 and Y1. And then A2 is equal to X2 and Y2. As you can see, they're being created based off these. And then you have A3, which is actually going to be like these two, but it's so you know how these two are based off these four? This one is actually going to be based off these two. It's going to be this this corner right here, or you can have it be this corner. Well, it's actually going to be this corner early, so yeah. But what we're going to do is input, and it has to actually be the coordinates I put in here, the properties, they're actually very specific. Although you can just switch it to this one if you want, but I'm just doing this one because that's how I did it in the original. So, what you want to do is do a2.x, comma, a1.y. Now, what this does is it gets the x value for this top one. Hold on, I'm moving my mouse pad. Sorry. Anyways, so, as you can see, a2.x, and then you have a1.y. So you have the y value. So you have the y value, and then you have the x value. Next, we want to set up the things that will calculate these sides for this. So you want to do a4 equals the absolute value of a3.x minus a1.x. Now, you cannot do a2, a2, because then it'll just be 0, because you're pretty much just subtracting, because the x value of this is based off a2, and if you set it to this minus this, it's going to be pretty much 10 minus 10, so that's a 0. That's why you want to do the first one, and then you want to do a5, not 6, not 4, equals the absolute value of a3.y minus, and we're not doing a1, we're doing a2.y, because as you can see, it doesn't do 0. And then, I'm going to scroll down. Oh, it's already created. Next, you want to do now this is going to calculate the hypotenuse. Well, not the hypotenuse, really. Well, I mean, yeah, in a way it does. We're going to have two different things. So this first one is just going to be the result of, I don't know, when you add the two, when they're squared. So we're going to do a4 squared plus a5 squared. Now you're going to notice it's a very high number. That's okay. And then we want to do the same thing, but now you could probably copy this. I'm just going to copy it because it's pretty much the same thing, but you're just getting the square root of, oh, whoops, I guess that didn't work. Just cut it, paste it, and as you can see, it got the square root. But obviously, you want to also have this because, sometimes it's going to be a random number. It's going to be a weird number like this. So, you want to have it also be this. That way you can see what the original number before you got the square root of it was. That way you can do like square root of like 149. And okay, last thing we're doing for this is the table. This is what's gonna help you visualize it, see its shape. So we want to do a1.x, a1.y, a2.x, a2.y, and this is very important. a3.x, a3.y, and also a1.x and a1.y. Now, if you're probably wondering why we're looping the a1, it's because it's gonna, if we didn't include these two at the bottom, it would just go to boop, boop, like line segment and then line segment, but then it wouldn't connect. So if we do this at the end, it goes from here to here. So if we just modify all these real quick, you'll notice, oh wait, oh I accidentally clicked label. You will notice that it now has the triangle. You have the right thing, or right triangle thing, I guess. I don't know. Right angle, sorry. And watch what happens. Now you can't just do a point where it does this, like some fancy numbers right here to where it calculates this stuff right here to make the right thing. You don't need to do that. It's pretty much useless. But now you might notice that whenever we do this, as you can see, it's increasing. And notice how this thing right here, no matter what we do, stays in the thing. Now I'm gonna reset this to 5, 3, 15, and 10. So yeah, that's how to make a right triangle calculator thing, I guess. I'll show you the original that I copied off of. Here's all the original stuff. It's pretty useful. Also, ignore the tutorials thing. That's a Google site I'm making for when I actually upload this video. That way you can access the tutorials I have. Yeah. But that's how to make a right triangle thing. I will mess around with not mess around, but I'll try to figure out how to do an isosceles. Then I'll mess with the numbers bit, and if I make a working isosceles calculator thing, or whatever you want to call it, I will make a video on that too. I hope you enjoyed this video. I also hope you thought it was helpful. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Yeah. Bye. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing.